Hello, everyone, and welcome to IMPROVATE's Medical Innovation Conference here in Budapest. IMPROVATE's vision is to serve as a platform to connect leaders, decision makers, and investors with technology, with the goal of making innovation and technology accessible to all, no matter where. We believe that technology is a force for good that can help create sustainable development. We also believe that Israel, as the startup nation, can be a major force in developing technologies to meet the world's challenges.
Imagine being able to take medical tests anywhere, anytime, and to be able to share it at a moment's notice. To make this possible, we've developed Prisma, the world's first multi-test smartphone accessory. Featuring a comprehensive medical index and spot check capabilities, this light, portable device was made to fit your phone and your lifestyle. Think of it as your personal 24/7 electronic medical record, or EMR. Prisma provides multiple measurements, including ECG, temperature, oxygen saturation, heart rate, and even stress. It also lets you manually enter your blood pressure, body weight, and glucose level for easy tracking. Entering of your symptoms is also available at the end of each test, so your doctor can better understand the reason you took the test. Prisma keeps track of your health data over time, allowing you to spot trends and assess your condition at any moment. Prisma wasn't designed just to be handheld. We wanted it to be easy to use and instantly intuitive. The Prisma app features a straightforward interface with only a few buttons on each page and a large button for the desired test. Simply tap the test button, follow the instructions, and get your test results within seconds. You can check your test history, set reminders, and generate customized EMR reports at any time. But hold on, with Prisma, you're not the only one who benefits from your medical data. Prisma's dashboard lets you share your EMR with doctors, specialists, and other healthcare providers. This gives them deeper insight and allows for more informed and proactive treatment decisions. Moreover, Prisma can also track your treatments for future decision-making. Thanks to this device, both you and your doctor can make better decisions that improve your quality of care. With Prisma, personal healthcare is now something you can carry in your pocket. It is available as a standalone device and as a range of smartphone cases, both standard and folded. Experience the future of healthcare in the palm of your hand. Get your Prisma today.
Joining us now is Dr. Yaakov Geva, a serial entrepreneur of medical technologies. Dr. Geva is the president and CEO of G Medical, a NASDAQ-traded company with subsidiaries in Israel, China, and the US. G Medical is involved in 4 verticals. They are R&D of mobile remote patient monitoring, technologies in Israel, remote patient monitoring centers in the US, big data, and AI analytics. Let's hear from Dr. Geva.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Just wanted to add to Irina, you said that we are the second Silicon Valley in the world, which is right. But we are also the number 2 companies traded on NASDAQ after the United States, while we are probably the smallest country that is traded there. So I want to tell you about G Medical, which is a company that has been established in 2014, November, went public in 2017 in Australia. That was a detour. I've never thought about it, but it happened. We did a very nice IPO there. And in 21, we went public on NASDAQ and delisted Australia. So with that, I will enter to the presentation. So this is not important. What you can see here, you can see a market of over $316 billion in 2027. What the product that we have developed is really reducing cost of health and increasing quality of life. So, as I said, founded in 2014, led by individuals with over 30 years of experience, to increase the growth, we founded a company with $12 million personally, focused on health conditions and which are affecting 6 out of 10 Americans today. And this was published by the CDC in 21. There is a huge market demand, and I want to mention to you something which maybe we have not seen or felt. I'm preaching for telemedicine for more than 30 years. Some have accepted it, some have said he's a dreamer, he's 15, 20 years ahead of the industry. And suddenly, 2 years ago, we had a visitor, we called the virus, COVID-19, which basically convinced each and every one of us that telemedicine is that sorry, you just have to tell me because I'm moving. That telemedicine is the solution because none of us wants to go to an emergency room or to sit at the doctor's office and wait for 2 hours or maybe less, maybe more, to see the doctor for 2 minutes because he has 70 people waiting outside for the 2 minutes. So telemedicine is really the solution. We can do a lot of things, and we know that 85% of people that are showing up at the doctor's office or at the hospital have nothing to do there. They just don't feel well, but they don't have any mean of testing themselves to know that they don't have anything. So this is the solution. So what do we have here? We have the patient, we have the providers, we have the payers, and we have the government, and each and every one of them has a mission. And the mission is that we have a growing population, but we have a population that is getting older and older that needs quality of care, needs somebody to pay for it, and the cost is rising. So with telemedicine, we can do a lot to increase the quality, decrease the cost. What the company has, you can see on the left-hand side, sorry, the patch, the Prisma, and the call center. The Prisma, we've discussed about it, we have seen the video, the short video. What is the patch? The patch is basically based on 2 concepts. One concept is we record our heart at 7 to 14 days, as opposed to 24 hours, which with the traditional Holter, which the yield is around 5% there, and we are talking about something that is recording us for up to 14 days with a huge yield of close to 90%. The call center provides a 24/7 solution for each and every patient that is on the service and that can contact the service and discuss with the certified technicians that are receiving the data. Here you can see the patch on the body's patient, and the patch is consisting of 2 components. One component is the patch, which is a disposable unit, and one part, which is the smaller part there, is the brain, and this is the unit that records the data, keeps the data, and then when it comes back to the call center, it will be connected to our computers, and we will download the data and analyze it. So this is a reusable part of the patch. Again, I've mentioned it already, 6 out of Americans are suffering from any chronic condition, and this is really a great solution for them. We are in discussions with different very large bodies in the United States to integrate it into their systems. I'm mentioning here some numbers, dollars, because as you know that the healthcare system is based on one very important word. It calls reimbursement. It can be the best product in the world, but if nobody's paying for it, then it will remain in the drawers of the developer. So every product that we develop must be reimbursed and has to create or produce recurring revenues for the company. We are not a box mover. We are developing products that are long-term with the patient, and it has to provide the best solution. So when we are talking about the Prisma, and in the United States there is a new CPT code that was announced by Medicare, which is saying that basically if a patient who is over 65 years old and has at least one chronic disease is entitled or she is entitled to receive the Prisma, and Medicare will pay for it in perpetuity, which means for the rest of the life of the patient, as long as the patient wants to carry with him the device. This is a very important thing because if nobody's paying, probably it doesn't work well. The other level of activities that we entered with the Prisma, we said, okay, if it's good for the patient that somebody pays, it's probably good for the patient that nobody's paying, because there are more than 50 million Americans that doesn't have health insurance, but they need a bridge, some type of care between the hospital and them, the patient. So we entered into an agreement with Gatti-Renker, which is the biggest marketing company in the world, and we will be on the US television in April, introducing the Prisma to the public. So when I'm talking about numbers, the Prisma will be sold for $249 per user, which is not a Medicare patient. We are very proud to show you a list of patents and patent pendings. Here we see the monitoring services that we are providing up to 14 days or up to 30 days. When I mentioned the patch for 14 days, we are developing now a patch which will be an auto-detect, auto-send. The patient has to do nothing to be able to detect any abnormality that occurs and can happen any time around the clock. Can be 3 o'clock in the morning, the patient is sleeping, but the device detects the abnormality activities, detects and sends automatically. And I can tell you that from the past, there were many incidents where we had to send 911 to the patient while the patient is sleeping. A snapshot of a snapshot of the insurance companies that are paying for the services. It is over 150 insurance companies that are paying already reimbursing our services. A snapshot of more than 150 hospitals from more known to less. One of them is the Cleveland Clinic. This is a competitor matrix. You can see that G Medical has all the solutions versus the others. And As a matter of fact, it's a unique product. This is the only product in the market today. We have a very strong management team, which is many are in the business, understands the business, but more important, understand the future of what the market needs. Because it is not simple to see the future of need. And we are in the business where we are monitoring patients, and the company is basically based on 4 verticals, which is the technology vertical, where we develop the products in Israel, on the software, which is then given to the call centers, and we have 2 call centers in the United States, in Austin, Texas, and Memphis, Tennessee, with a corporate office in Chicago, and a very large operation now in California that is taking care of COVID tests, and we are already introducing new tests into the company. We have the board, which is consistent of very good people. You can see Dr. Ken Melani, who was the CEO of the 5th largest health insurance company in the world and in the US. He is now the chairman of the company. I invited him to chair the seat. I think this is thank you, but I think there is something to show you, which are appendix, but I will go through it very quick. This shows you the sequence of enrolling a patient into the service, either via a doctor prescription, which somebody third party pays for it, or a private service where the consumer is buying the device and is enrolling into the service and has 3 levels of service. She's choosing the service, and we are providing it. This is how the patient portal looks like, physician portal, and this is less important, and thank you very much.